Greetings everyone, welcome to Bohosi Kupe channel and to our viewers, listeners and those who are coming here for the first time and our subscribers. We wish for your ancestors, your own personal ancestors, to grant you all that is beneficial in your life, for you to be able to make it through this very precarious time that we live in. An age of deception at its height, like we've never seen it before, at least in our lifetime. But we know that we shall pull through. With that said, we present you with the subject of our discussion today, or rather presentation, titled Re Nkemet and Setswana-Sesotho Speech Terminology Comparison, Part 1. Today we will not go into the translation of Re Nkemet, that term, into Setswana-Sesotho, but rather leave it as it is in the transliteration form without the proper vowels put in. What are we bringing you today? We're going to bring you the first part with a few words that will show you the comparison between Setswana and Sesotho and how the Middle Egyptian from a few thousand years ago compares with the Setswana being spoken today. Some people who may not know, if you're English speaking and you're from the West and you may not know where the language Setswana is being spoken, Setswana and Sesotho, these languages are spoken in a country called South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, and Zambia. There may be others as well, or Zimbabwe as well is one of those. Okay, so it's spoken in several countries in Southern Africa. And it'll be interesting. We think for those who are immersed into this language, or who may find their path being leading here and finding this video, to see that a language that is so far away on another end of the continent, way further in the south, closer to the South Pole, that words that are exactly the same are found in both of these languages. Let's jump right into it without a waste of time. So we give you the milk today because milk is good and ancestors love milk, right? Now, I'll be presenting these using the labels or the numbering that is used in the Mark Vigus dictionary, which is what is used by most, and I use it as well. What is termed as a mouth, or the mouth shape, is labeled as D21. The stroke is a Z1, and is transliterated as Ra or R, as some would say, and Ra. And the meaning is mouth, opening, utterance, speech, language, intent, a wound. In Setswana, the equivalent is Re, as in ke a re, I am saying, o a re, you are saying, re a re, we are saying, and Ra, and it translates as, or it means, say, speak, utter, mean, bespeak, import, tell. We have a different word for wound, like aro. meaning a cut or a wound, a wound that is deliberately made. Okay, and it looks like a cut arrow. The next set of glyphs is these. The mouth again, D21, the arm, which is a D36, D21 again is Z1. It is transliterated in the linguistically as ready er. Not sure why that is the case, because this is r e r re rer, right? If you would read it linguistically, but as well with some, as we will find out, that some words actually do read differently from how they are written at times, based on some other word that that leads, or that has led linguists to conclude that this is what this combination of words means. And in Setswana, we read it as it appears, rera, which means discuss, deliberate, plan, negotiate, talk, preach. The next set of glyphs is it's an S43, which is a pestle, Z1 and Z2. The Z1 is a stroke, and Z2 is the 3 strokes. And it's transliterated as medu. Speech, word, a magic word. The D is interchangeable with the R or the T linguistically. Therefore, we have in Setswana mareo, mateo, which means words. No, it's not Matthew, it's Mateo. Kidding. The next set of glyphs is S43 again, D46, X1 with A2, and is written as medu. Now, as you will notice, for some reason this reading seems to exclude the T. And you will see later on the T is included in the reading. But here, for some reason, it's excluded. But in Setswana, it's there. The meaning of this is muto, speak, address someone, or to contest. This is how I would prefer to write it, medet. And in Setswana, we have it as mutoto, mutoto, or mutoto. Okay, both are correct in Setswana, mutoto, mutoto, which means conversation, dialogue. The next set of glyphs, S43, D46, and G43, and of course A2 repeating. It's written as medu because the quail chick has an u sound, or the wo sound, and this word means speech, word, plea. In Setswana-Sesotho, medu, medu, meaning tone, sound, intonation. And we would have it as also mareo, right? Which means words. Okay, this would be another way of transliterating it, because as I said earlier, the D is interchangeable with R, so this would also be mareo, which means words. Next set of glyphs, S43, D46, X1, and N33. Underneath here, these little circles or balls. Medet, which means speech, words. As you can see here, the T at the end is accounted for, and it is mutoto, mutlotlo, which means conversation, dialogue. The next set of glyphs, S43, D46, with Z4 and A2. And again, this here is an ye or e sound. Ye or e sound. But for some reason, it is translated here linguistically as medu. The e sound has a wo sound, because as we know, perhaps linguistically, the u sound, since it's a vowel, is interchangeable. Vowels are also interchangeable, so that can be something that is acceptable, an exception. And this means speak, address someone, speech, word, plea, again. And in Setswana, it would be moody. Moody meaning advocate or news reporter, or one who tells. And this is how I would have it transliterated. MDY, Medi or moody. Next set of glyphs that we have here is S43, D46, Z7, X1, and of course Z2, Z4. Meduti, meduti, which means talker, speaker, culprit, agitator, demagogue. And in Setswana, the D and the R being interchangeable, we have it as muruti, muruti, meaning teacher, preacher, educator, instructor. And then the next set of glyphs, we have this glyph, which is a J1, and the ripple, which is an N1, and an A2, which is written as khanu, which means utterance, words, speech. Now, I will note here that there is no justification for the wo at the end, because it's not anywhere here. But yes, it is possible to read it as that, because there are no vowels, right? But for us in Setswana, it's just khang, khang with an N nasalized, khang, khang. The guttural sound is made by these two consonants, kh, and then the nasalized N is made by these two combinations. Right? That's how we write it in Setswana. In other languages, this would be expressed differently, but what can we say? Because some other people decided that this is how our language should be written, so that's how we write it. And it means discussion. Okay. And the next set of glyphs is same as above, J1 N35 plus G41 and A2. And of course, now as you can see, this one is expressed differently as just khan without the wu sound as up here. Okay, and it means speech, utterance, matter, affair. For us is khang, which means argument, debate, or dispute. But it also means matter, which I haven't included here, but it's down here. And we have the same set of glyphs, except with a different one. Instead of an A2, we have a Y1. Khan. Speech, utterance, matter, affair, which is the same thing, khan. And the same set of glyphs as before, which I'm not going to repeat, A2 plus Z3. Khanu, matter or thing. Khang, which is a matter, a subject matter, or a matter for discussion. The next set of glyphs, we have J1, M12, G1, J1, D54, and we have D21 and Z1. Khakh re, khakh er, which means quick of speech. And in Setswana, we have it as khahola. Khahola means to speak without regard or to verbally attack. Verbal attack. Right? Meaning also lack of control in one's speech. Right? And that's another meaning for this, lack of control in speaking. Okay, khahola. Next set of glyphs, we have J1 and 35, and we have W24, Z7 or Z7, and G41, D54, and A1. And it's khanu, talk. I would translate it as khanu as well, accounting for this W24 glyph, which is the new glyph. Okay, this is an end on its own, this is a nu on its own. I would translate it as khanu. But it is okay as well to translate it as khanu without the double N. Because with this you would show the two parts, the kha, na, nu. Kha, na, nu. Okay? But in this case it is not shown, like how it is transliterated in linguistics. Alright? This to talk. And for us, we have the word khano, khano, or khano, 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 which means articulate, chatty, talkative. Okay? And then the way that I would transliterate it even further is khanano. Khanano mean argument, contention, disagreement, etc. Same here, same set of glyphs, except with an additional Z2 glyph at the end. Same set as this one, but with Z2 at the end. And, of course, as explained before, I would transliterate it as Khananu but this also fits khanu, and this means utterance, words, speech, and the same meaning as above, khano, meaning articulate, chatty, talkative. And what else? Khanano, which means argument, contention, disagreement, etc. That's all we have for you today in this presentation. We wish for you to have enjoyed our presentation, and we look forward to giving you yet another awesome and exclusive content which can only be found here at Bohosi Coupe channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and share our videos and give your comments below this video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.